Hello everyone. So welcome to Dream International School. I am continuing standard 12. Chapter we are going is alcohol phenol ether. Last class we have seen the preparation of an alcohol from Grignard reagent, and today it is the last class of preparation of alcohol. Today I will discuss the preparation, that is the remaining preparation of an alcohol. Then next we will go to the physical properties. Okay, then we will go to the chemical properties. Okay, so you can take out your notebook and you can make a heading that remaining methods of alcohol. Out of this also 2-3 important methods are there which can be asked in the exam. So remaining methods of preparation of alcohol, make a heading here. We will see one by one. Okay, I will show the reactions. Should not you can read from your textbook. Clear? So first is hydration of ester. First method is hydration of ester. Okay. So ester, you know, that is R, C double bond O, OR is an ester, and naming and everything has been done by Mr. Mayur sir. Yes or no? So hydration means what? This is an ester. So this is an ester. Okay. Or I will write down in this form also, one and same. Okay, you have to do the hydration. Hydration means adding of water, and here mechanism is not required, so do not worry about the mechanism. Okay, so when you react with the water in the presence of acid or basic medium, and slightly heating is also required. So what happens, you know, see, you have to correct this. As you know, H2O is forming H plus and OH minus. Now see here, we should know cracking. See, this carbon and this oxygen. So this carbon will be always having positive charge, because this carbon is associated with this oxygen which is negative charge, and this oxygen is negative charge. So this carbon is always associated with this positive charge. So this is an ester. Okay, and this carbon is associated with this positive charge. So always splitting will occur from here, not from there. So please remember how to split it. Most of the students, they will do what, you know, they will split in this way. No, this is splitting is wrong. Okay, you can split from this carbon only, so that you can get the correct answer. So always splitting will occur this part. So this part will be having the minus charge, and this whole part will be having the positive charge. Okay. So what I will do, this positive will react with this negative. So what I will get, R, C double bond O, and this plus will react with this minus. So minus is OH, so OH, and this RO minus will react with this H. So what I will get here ROH. This is nothing but carboxylic acid. Understanding or not? Carboxylic acid, and this is nothing but alcohol. Okay, if you correct from here also, answer will be correct. If you correct from here also, you will get the correct answer. But actual splitting is this, because this carbon and is associated with these two electronegative elements. So this carbon will be guaranteed positive, and this will be having the negative charge. So this positive, this negative will attack on this carbon. So the bond will be broken, again it will be splitting, and this group will leave. But here mechanism is not required, so I am not doing it. So simply understand with the cracking part, or if you want to see the mechanism, for one mechanism I will show it. Then we will move to the chapter. Okay, what will happen? See, this carbon and this oxygen is minus charge, and this carbon and this oxygen again is minus charge, means this create guarantee positive charge. Yes or no? So this H plus and this OH minus, will attack on this carbon. So now carbon is making 5 bond. To make a new bond, old bond has to be broken. So either this bond will be get broken or this bond, but these two bonds are sigma bond. So this is a pi bond. So this pi bond will get break, but this pi bond will be shifted back, and this group will be leaving. So this group is leaving means what will be leave? OR minus will be leaving. So OR will leave. So like this something will be there. See, double bond will be protected. This carbon is making bond with what? OH. So here OH will be formed, and this OR will go. Remembering, no? This double attack in ester also we have done. So OR will be going. So here OR will be going. Yes or no? So here carbon C 1, 2, 3, 4, and OR will go as OR minus, and there is an H plus. So this will react with this. So ROH. So in this way reaction occurs. But there is need not to worry about the mechanism. Just you should know the answer. Better why to create a confusion? Just remember this breaking in this way. Okay, because they have not asked the mechanism. So just carbon and oxygen, this will be negative part, this will be negative part, but this will be positive part. So here splitting will occur. This whole portion will be positive, will react with this negative, so forms RCOOH, and this RO minus will react with this positive, so it forms ROH. This is alcohol, this is carboxylic acid. One example we will see. Example, CH3 C double bond O, OCH3. So you know the naming, actually this every naming is, you know this, H plus and OH minus, either acidic medium is required or basic medium is required. This is known as a methyl, there are two carbon, ethane O8, yes or no? So this is nothing but methyl ethane O8. Naming you know, Jati sir has been done. So now this carbon and this oxygen, who is motor negative element? This is motor negative element, so create minus charge, here also plus charge. So the splitting occurs from here, it will create minus charge, it will create plus charge. So this H2O also splitting occur, H plus OH minus, this whole plus will react with this minus. So what will form? CH3 C double bond O, this plus will associate with this minus, so OH, and CH3, this O minus will react with this plus, so CH3 OH. So answer will be ethane oic acid methanol. Clear? So this is the preparation of an alcohol by the hydration of an ester. In this way you have to understand. Clear? Take a screenshot. Then I'll go for the next. Okay. Here whatever the R may be there, suppose here there is an CH2CH3, then also splitting will occur in this way only. There is nothing a rule whether the carbon is symmetric or asymmetric. You see here also one carbon, here also one carbon. If there were here two carbon, suppose it was instead of CH3, if it was CH2CH3, then also splitting occurs in same manner. Clear? Take a screenshot. It's very simple. Okay, so next I will go to the next topic, and next topic says the reaction with second. So second topic is hydration of ether. Hydration of ether. Okay, so this is the formula of ether, ROR dash or ROR plus H2O. Clear? Now see, here also splitting how it will occur? See, if splitting occur in this way, so O is with which part? So O is with this R dash, means this whole will get minus and this will get plus. Either this way splitting occur, or another way splitting occur is what? ROR dash. See, I write down here. Either ROR dash, ROR dash or ROR dash. Either splitting occur in this way. So oxygen is with this R dash, so means this whole will get minus, and this will get plus. Or splitting occur this way. So this O is with this R. So here minus and with here plus. So which type of splitting will do? You can do any type of splitting. There is no any compulsion, or you can do this way splitting only, or you can do this way splitting. In whatever manner you will do, you will get the correct answer. Clear this part? In whatever manner you will do, you will get the correct answer only. It is for the hydration of ether. But if reaction with HI comes, then something else will be changing. Okay, this part. So now see, suppose if I am doing the splitting in this way, so I will get this minus and this as plus. So what I will get? I will get here H plus and I will get here OH minus. So this OH minus will react with this plus. So what will form? ROH, and this R dash O, R dash OH. So this will be the answer. Clear this part? Suppose I am taking first example, CH3 OCH3. This I can say it's a symmetrical ether. Why symmetrical ether? Because the alkyl group around the oxygen is same. So such a type of a ether is known as a symmetrical ether. So H2O. Okay. Now we will see this. Okay. There is one rule also will be there. I will tell this. If I am splitting in this way or this way, answer remains same. Yes or no? So I am splitting in this way. This whole will be minus and this will be plus. This will also split H plus and OH minus. So CH3 plus and OH minus will form what? CH3OH plus CH3O minus and H plus will form what? CH3OH. In short, there will be 2 moles of same type of alcohol if symmetrical alcohol symmetrical ether if we are using then. So I will write down here CH2 CH3OH. Clear? Clear, no? Or if I take asymmetrical ether, H2O. Clear? If I take asymmetrical ether, here also there is not any rule you can break just for OH minus, because size is less, so there will be no steric hindrance. But if I minus come, there is a one rule, and that rule I will say. So here you can split anywhere. I can split here or there. Answer remains same. But in unsymmetrical ether, same type of alcohol will not come. I will get here minus, I will get here plus. So what I will get here? CH3OH plus CH3CH2, CH3CH2O minus H plus, so OH. So in this way I will get the answer. Two different type of alcohol. If I correct from here also, see, answer remains same. Or suppose if I would have corrected in this way, so answer would have remained same. See, minus and plus. So CH3O minus H plus, I would have got CH3OH, CH3CH2 plus OH minus CH3CH2OH. Answer remains same. Okay, there is not a rule for water whether you take symmetrical ether or whether you take unsymmetrical ether. You can do any of splitting. If you do that type of a splitting, answer remains same. Clear? 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 Write on this. Take a screenshot. I am not doing the mechanism because mechanism is not asked here. Just remember the preparation of ether, preparation of alcohol. Different methods. Clear? Very good. Next, I will go to the next method. Third, alcohol from ether by reacting with HI, hydrogen iodic acid. So this topic is bit important. I hope it would not be given in textbook, I don't know. Check it out once more, but it is very important according to a competition point of view. Clear? It's easy, but a simple minor point you should remember. Suppose I am taking ether, ROR. See, I am not putting here R dash. ROR indicates what? The alkyl group around the oxygen is same. Means this is a one type of a which kind of ether? Symmetrical ether. Symmetrical ether. Okay? So same point comes here, HI. Again see, here splitting occurs, suppose in this way or in this way, answer remains same, minus and this plus, because oxygen is in this part, so this whole will be minus and this will be plus. This will be H plus and this will be I minus. So RO minus and H plus will get what? ROH plus RI. Clear? Clear? But now unsymmetrical ether comes, then what? So first you will see this example, then I will go with the unsymmetrical example and I will tell you what to do. So see here now, CH3, OCH3, and I will react with this HI. Okay, so I will split in this way, so minus plus. So I will get here H plus I minus. In symmetrical ether I can split in any form, answer will remain same. For HI I am telling, but for unsymmetrical ether there is a point for HI. So just remember that, I will tell you just now. So CH3O minus and H plus I will get what? CH3OH. CH3 plus and I minus I will get what? CH3I. So I will get the answer as meth and all and methyl iodide. Clear? Suppose I am taking CH3 OCH2 CH3. Now I am taking this HI. So now see here, how the splitting occur? So this is the important point, H plus and I minus. Now whenever iodine comes, so I cannot split however I wish. No, I cannot. So how to split here? See, this iodine is of very large size. Iodine is of very large size. Clear? So when iodine is a very large size, so it will approach, this iodine is a large size, no? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So moving downside the group, each shell increases. So large size of iodine is very large. Yes or no? So iodine size is very large. So this iodine will approach to those carbon chain which contain less number of carbon. Why? If iodine, this I minus, if approach to the carbon which contain more number of, to the chain which contain more number of carbon, so what will happen? This iodine is very large size. So it there also contain large number of carbon, more number of carbon in large chain. So there will be a steric hindrance. There will be a steric hindrance. So due to steric hindrance, the reaction will not occur. The reaction will not occur. So this iodine, due to its very large size, it will approach to those chain which contain less number of carbon, so that steric hindrance will be reduced, and when steric hindrance is reduced, reaction will occur. So if I split in this way, so I will get here minus, I will get here plus. So this plus, sorry, so there are two cases. There are two cases here. Either CH3 O CH2 CH3. Another case is this only, that is CH3 O CH2 CH3. Either splitting occur in this way, so I will get here minus and here get plus, or splitting occur in this way, I will get this minus and this plus. We will see this first. We will see this first case. So this I minus will approach here to this. Yes or no? This I minus will approach here to do the reaction. But see here, this is the chain which contain more number of carbon. So here there will be a maximum hindrance. There will be a maximum hindrance, and when maximum hindrance means reaction will not occur. Suppose, so this iodine will attack, suppose this iodine will attack on this. Now compare, here there is only one carbon, here there are two carbon, means here there is a less carbon. When there is a less carbon here, so here hindrance will be minimum hindrance. So when minimum hindrance, the reaction will occur. So iodine will approach to CH3 plus or CH2 CH3 plus because it contains less number of carbon in the chain. So it will be a minimum hindrance, so the reaction will occur. So splitting will occur in this manner, not in this manner. Clear? So splitting will occur on this manner, not in this manner. Clear this part? So you should remember the reaction during the reaction of HI, as the I minus size is very large, due to size of I minus very large, so I minus will react with those carbon, with those chain of carbon which contain less number of carbon in ether. Why? In the chain of a less number of carbon, it will be having the minimum hindrance. So here CH3 plus will be there, and oxygen is in this portion, means it whole will create minus charge. So this CH3 plus will react with this minus and forms what? CH3I, and here it will be forming CH3 CH2OH, means here ethanol only will be formed, never methanol can be formed. Methanol can never be formed, ethanol only will be formed, because this I minus will attack to this CH3 plus only, because due to minimum hindrance. Okay, you know this hindrance. I minus size is very large. Due to its size is very large, it cannot attack to the chain which contain more number of carbon, because the hindrance will become maximum and the reaction does not occur. So it will attack to those chain which contain less number of carbon to reduce the hindrance. If hindrance is reduced, reaction will occur. This only, the key point is only for HI, and that too for unsymmetrical ether only. It's very important. Write down. Sorry. Next, I will go to the industrial method of alcohol. So in industrial method of alcohol, what will happen? First we will see for the methanol. Okay. So methanol is also known as a wood spirit. In this, how to obtain? Okay. So what you are doing, you are taking the carbon which is red hot, means coal. So coal is also one type of a carbon, no? You are heating to a red hot. So red hot coke you are taking. This we are reacting with a steam. At a very high temperature. Nearly 573 Kelvin. So this reaction you are remembering, no? Group number 14, chemical properties of carbon. It will form what? CO plus H2. Remembering, these together we say as a what? Water gas. Yes or no? These two gas we say as a what? Water gas. One more N2 was there, CO plus N2 producer gas. So that I hope you remembered. So this red hot carbon we are taking, it's very highly red hot, okay, and we are reacting with the steam. We are reacting with what? Steam at a very high temperature, nearly 573. So it will form a what? CO plus H2, this water gas. Now this water gas is further heated. To nearly 573 Kelvin temperature, means bit more than this temperature. And at pressure, here pressure is not given, but here pressure is given. So pressure is given nearly 200 atm. How much atm? So when you give the pressure of 200 atm, it will form a one product, and that product is known as a CH3 OH we say as a methanol. Simple and sweet logic, that's it, nothing more complications. So carbon hydrogen how many 4? So I put here 2 just for balancing. So this is nothing but your preparation of a methanol. So how to write down in the sentence? For the preparation of methanol, red hot coke is reacted with a steam at a highly temperature, at a very elevated temperature, nearly 573 Kelvin. A water gas is generated. Now this water gas is further heated to this same temperature, that is 573 Kelvin, but under the pressure, here pressure I am not supplying, here I am supplying the pressure, under the pressure at 200 atm methanol is generated. Clear this part? Write down this. So this is nothing but an industrial method of a wood spirit or methanol. Clear? What to do? You take a red hot carbon, very highly red hot, and to react with the steam at an elevated temperature, so it will form a water gas, that is CO plus H2. Now this CO plus H2 is again further heated to nearly 573 Kelvin at a high pressure like 200 atm, so it will form a what? Methanol. It forms a what? Methanol, or we can say as a wood spirit. Clear? Done? Okay. Next, second preparation we can see is ethanol. So this is very important, which is given in your textbook, I hope. Ethanol. See, in ethanol what you are doing now? For the preparation of ethanol, we are using the fermentation method. We are taking what? We are taking the fermentation method. This method also I will give you the notes, don't worry about it. Okay, so see how? We are taking the first, we are taking the molasses. We are taking what? Molasses. So in molasses, sugar is present. Molasses, you know, a red color form of from it is obtained from the sugar cane. So we are doing the fermentation of molasses. So in molasses, sugar is present. So this sugar is fermented. This sugar is fermented in the presence of a yeast, and in the presence of a yeast and in the presence of the enzyme first invertase. In the presence of enzyme invertase. Okay. So that sugar is fermented. Clear? When this sugar is fermented, it will produce two compounds, that is glucose and fructose. Now that glucose and fructose is again fermented, but in the presence of enzyme zymus, it will generate what? Ethanol and carbon dioxide, and this preparation you know also. Clear? So what they are doing? We are taking the molasses. Why we are taking the molasses? Because in molasses there is a presence of sugar. So that sugar or that molasses is fermented by taking what? Yeast. So yeast will increase the fermentation process. Okay, and we are adding also one catalyst. So in the first step we are adding the catalyst is invertase. First we are adding the catalyst as invertase. So it will generate glucose and fructose. So this glucose and fructose is further again fermented, but we have to change the catalyst, and the catalyst is zymus. So it will generate what? Ethanol with the liberation of carbon dioxide gas. Clear this part? So first step what we are doing? We are taking molasses, and molasses what it is present? It is present sugar. So we are taking sugar, that is C12H22O11, and we are doing the fermentation. So for fermentation water is required. Yes or no? કોઈ બી વસ્તુ સડવા માટે પાણી તો નાખવું પડે તો જ જલ્દી સડે ને. So water is required. Then we are taking one, and this is done in the presence of yeast, which will also increase further fermentation, and to increase more fermentation we are adding one catalyst, and the catalyst name is invertase. Invertase. It is a one type of a biological catalyst. Clear this part? So during this process the reaction occurs, and it will be generation of two products. One is glucose, another one is a fructose. So this is glucose and this is fructose. You would be wondering, so both the formula is same, but biology students knows the formula is same, but there is a difference of structure. So due to difference of structure of aldehyde and all, so due to difference of structure, it is called as a fructose and it is called as a glucose. Molecular formula is same, but structure formula is not same. Clear this part? Okay, so this is a glucose, this is a fructose. Now this glucose or fructose is further again it is fermented. Again it is fermented. Now in the second step enzyme will change, that is zymus, but in the presence of yeast only. So it will generate what? It will generate ethanol, and there will be a liberation of carbon dioxide gas. And this all the process is done in the wooden box. In Discovery they are sometimes they are showing it. Okay. So this is nothing but a what? Ethanol. So in this way ethanol is generated in the industry. So in the first step what you are taking? This is nothing but a sugar or sucrose, or you can say sugar, It is fermented in the presence of enzyme invertase and in the presence of yeast. So in the first step it will generate glucose and fructose. Molecular formula is same but structure formula is different. Then this glucose and fructose are further, again they are fermented, but it will change the catalyst. The catalyst is now ZAMS in the presence of yeast, so it will generate ethanol and carbon dioxide gas. Clear this part? So this is invertase, this is ZAMS. First step we are using invertase and then we are using the ZAMS. So here you will generate the ethanol. But this ethanol is not 100% pure. This ethanol is not 100% pure. So what we will do, to make the more purity, we will do this ethanol as we will start to do distillation. What we will do? So on maximum distillation, at the final step, you will get 95% ethanol along with 5% water. Clear? Now, what you will say, you will heat it. Suppose first I have 50% ethanol and 50% water. When I go starting on heating the ethanol, or when I start to do the distillation, and distillation process okay. So on distillation, suppose during this reaction, if I obtain 50% of ethanol, so this 50% of ethanol means 50% is ethanol and 50% is water. So I will start to do the distillation. So on distillation, what will happen now? 50% will increase to 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95 when it is reached. So beyond 95, how much I will heat, that much amount, how much I can heat, ethanol cannot be go to the 96, 97, 98, 99, means 100% pure ethanol cannot be obtained. So what will happen, at the 95% of ethanol, so there will be 5% of water. So these two together will form a azeotropic mixture. Which type of mixture? Azeotropic mixture. Okay. Now what do you mean by azeotropic mixture? So in a simple language I can say, suppose I was having, at that time I was having 80% ethanol. Understand this, it is not important but only for logic. And 20% water I was having. So when I heated, I obtained 90% ethanol. Okay. And I got 10% of water. Again I heated, so I got 95% of ethanol and plus 5% of water. Again I heated. Now what will be thinking, now when I obtain 95% of ethanol, again when I heat, I will get 100% of ethanol and 0% of water. Yes or no? See, when it was 80% ethanol and 20% water, so when I heat it, I obtain 90% ethanol and 10% water. So water starts to burn out. Again when I heat it, so 90% of ethanol convert into what? 95% of ethanol and 5% of water. Now what you are thinking, again when I heat it, I will get 100% of ethanol and 5% of water. No, it is not possible. When now I heat this mixture, so what will happen, ethanol also will be heated and forms the vapor, and water also will heated and forms the vapor. Both will start to form the vapor. So when the substance both starts to form the vapor on distillation, means understand that type of a mixture is known as a azeotropic mixture. Now this is known as a what? Azeotropic mixture. Means now when I heat this mixture, ethanol also will form a vapor and water will also form a vapor. Means both will be going to the vapor. So I cannot get further more purity of ethanol. So when I heat this, I will not get 100% ethanol, no, because they will form the azeotropic mixture. Azeotropic mixture means at that point of mixture, now both the component will start to evaporate. See, here it is not an azeotropic mixture because ethanol and water. So see, water is evaporating and forming 10%. So ethanol is obtained more. Again water is evaporating, forming 5%. After this, water will also evaporate, ethanol also will evaporate. Means both the substance which are present in the mixture will start to evaporate. So such a type of mixture is known as a azeotropic mixture. Is a mixture at the one point means this type of a mixture, when not heated, both the component present in the mixture will start to evaporate. So when I heat this 95% ethanol and 5% of water, when I start to do the distillation, even ethanol also will form a vapor and water also will form a vapor. Means further 95% more than 95% I cannot obtain the pure ethanol. So this is my azeotropic mixture. So here the question, one topic is, so ethanol obtained so here, it is distilled and 95% and it is distilled further, and finally 95% ethanol and 5% water, azeotropic mixture is formed. So azeotropic mixture means a mixture is one kind of a mixture in which further components are not purified or not distilled. If you start to heat also, the component present in that mixture both will start to evaporate. So such a type of a mixture is known as a what? Azeotropic mixture. Clear this part? Understood? So how much percentage of ethanol finally is obtained on distillation? 100% ethanol cannot be obtained. We will obtain the azeotropic mixture of 95% ethanol and 5% water. So maximum how much you obtain purity of ethanol? 95%. Clear this part? Clear? So write down this. Chalo, you write down. Write down this. I don't write down this reactions. Write down some sentence. Write down. For the preparation of ethanol, the most suitable method is fermentation. For the preparation of ethanol, most suitable method is fermentation. Next point. Ethanol is prepared by the fermentation of molasses. In the presence of yeast. Ethanol is prepared by the fermentation of molasses in the presence of yeast. Sugar is present in the molasses. Which is fermented by enzyme invertase. Glucose and fructose are formed. Now you write down this reaction. Chalo fatafat. Now you write down this reaction. Sucrose or sugar. Write down this reaction. Done? No? Write down. Next. The glucose and fructose are further fermented. By the enzyme zymas present in yeast. Means this enzyme are present in this yeast. Okay. So by the enzyme zymas present in yeast. Due to which ethanol and carbon dioxide are generated. Okay. Write down this reaction now. Fast. Done? Okay. Write down. The distillation of final solution produce an azeotropic mixture. You understood, no? Further if you start to heat also, ethanol also will vaporize and water will also vaporize. So such a mixture where all the components starts to vaporize, such a type of a mixture is known as a azeotropic mixture. Now here see 80% ethanol, 20% water. So this water will vaporize, ethanol will not vaporize. So this is known as a what? Not an azeotropic mixture. But when I reach to this percentage ratio, so your ethanol also will vaporize and water will also vaporize, and further heating means this is forming a what? Azeotropic mixture. So write down. So distillation of this final solution forms an azeotropic mixture of 95% ethanol and 5% of water. 95% of ethanol and 5% of water. Hence, 100% ethanol is not obtained. 100% ethanol is not obtained by fermentation method. Hence, 100% ethanol is not obtained by fermentation method. More purity of ethanol, that is nearly 99.99%. More purity of ethanol, that is 99.99%. More purity of ethanol, that is 99.99%, is obtained by membrane technology. Just it's for a key point. So 99.9% ethanol from this ratio or from this mixture I can obtain from membrane technology, but I cannot obtain from 100%. I cannot obtain from where? From distillation I cannot obtain, because on further distillation this also will vaporize, this also will vaporize. So what I will do? I will take this mixture, that is 95% ethanol and 5% of water, and I will subject it to the membrane technology. So from that membrane technology, further purity of ethanol we can obtain. So further purity nearly 99.9%, it is obtained from where? Membrane technology. So please remember, this is also a very important MCQ. So it is obtained from the further more purity of ethanol is obtained from the membrane technology. Clear? Written? Okay, so that's it. So today I have completed all the preparation of an alcohol for competition as well as for your textbook. In some other book if you refer, if any other preparation is also written, it's not important. Whatever I have done here, that's only the important, you can read from here. So next class I will go to the physical property and then I will go to the chemical properties. Till then, please study and understand the concept. If you don't know any point, you can contact me, you have my number, you can give the comment. Thank you.